Hi, it's Garry. Welcome to today's live broadcast. How are we all doing today? As always, let's start with looking at that gorgeous weather. Bit nippy here at the moment. Let me just swap on over. There's the screen playing up again. So we're going to have to go back to the camera. I was hoping I had that fixed. You get to see my lovely setup there with OBS at the moment. So I've just plugged in the iPad. 1 second. Don't know why I'm getting that. Oh, helps if I type on the right keyboard, so that's not going to be needed. Don't you hate technology? Oh, certainly I do. Just having to move everything around. There we go. So that's better. And hopefully I've made the buttons a bit easier. Here we've got the iPad now then. There we go. So 17 Celsius here in sunny Perth. Quite nice, a lot of sun out there. So that's about 63-ish Fahrenheit. It'll get warmer today, and it's going to get warmer in the week as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting some warmth. It's been a bit of a cooler week. I'm having to run my hands. My poor fingers are really struggling at the moment. Now, there we go. I'm just going to be setting up the next thing on the iPad. But let me see if I can get into it without having to log in. For some reason, I don't know why. No, that's not what I want. I don't know. I hate technology. There we go. Okay, right. Hopefully that's ready. Yeah, so let's have a look through the comments. So we've got Blonscales 1. Good evening from Arkansas. Welcome to you. Andreas, g'day. Tom, hello from Atlanta. Just got back from Puerto Rico. Do you know, I always love the sound of that name. It sounds really nice. Love to, I won't ever get there, but it's one of the places I would love to go. Marcy Me, hello from Texas. Welcome to you. So I'm not sure how many of you have Marcy Me in your subscriptions. So let me just check that I'm talking about the right person. Marcy Me's been doing a what's the name on a YouTube, that YouTube thingamajig. Has been doing openings of the Inkvent and the Colourverse, and then yesterday, it was a bit longer, and she actually showed at the after she'd looked at the inks how she does her chromatographies, which I found really interesting. You know, I love watching things like that because although yes, it was very similar to how I do it, it's just nice seeing how other people do things. So if you haven't seen it, head on over and have a look at that. We've got Marie. Hi, hello from Michigan. David, there we are. I was thinking my comments weren't coming up. Hello from Austin. Where are you, Marcy Me? Blonscales 1, getting cooler here. I bet it's getting warmer here. I'm really looking forward to the warm weather. I'm not a cold person, which is one of the reasons for moving to Australia. David, it's 22 in Austin, so that's about 72 Fahrenheit. David, hey Tom, got your letter. How was the trip? I think it's awesome, the idea of doing a trip. Just refresh them. Puerto Rico, as I said, it does sound really nice. Let me just hit that button there. Yeah, Marcy Me, Colourverse and Diamine, that's what I was struggling with. My poor brain not working today. I went all day yesterday without coffee, so I think that must be affecting my brain functions at the moment. Santa, welcome to you. Hi all from New York, welcome to you. So, you may have been treated earlier on this week to a very special surprise live stream where the whole time it was virtually just my chair, because I'd been testing after the issues we had last week, I've been testing to try and get the screen fixed, and also the issues I was having with my mic. So I've went through and I was trying to simplify my setup to try and see if I can fix anything. Obviously we haven't, because we've already had that issue with the screen. Part of that, I did make my iPad easier to get to, so that's now on a hot button on my control box, so that's a bit easier to get to. Yeah, I was so disappointed with it not being fixed. But anyway, so you may have got this thing, because I don't know why. As part of it, I accidentally hit the go live button and didn't realise I'd done that. I thought I was just working, just on my piece on my Mac. But no, for about 45 minutes, it was streaming live. I did delete it. I'd started doing it then, dinner was ready. So that's why it was about 45 minutes, because that's when we were out there. That's when we were out there. Oh, come on, Gary. Eating dinner. So after dinner, I came through because I just wanted to finish it off. Yeah, and then I think it was Atomic Elf had said, "Yeah, Gary, you realise you're live," and I didn't. So apologies for that. Tom, to David, great. Blonde Scales 1, I watched a video the other day where someone was talking to Drew. Yeah, because he was over, wasn't he, at the Japanese pen show with CY. I saw, because I follow him on Instagram. He did have a thing earlier on today. I haven't watched it in detail because I was up a bit late this morning. I'm not sure if he's going to be selling them, but he was talking about stickers. So I think that's something interesting. So maybe he's starting to branch out into his own brand, which would be brilliant to see, I think. David, to Tom, great. And then David, did Drew say anything of interest? Blonde Skills 1, he did mention being fired. And then let's refresh again. Hit the right button, Garry. And then we've got Ricardo. Good morning, everyone from cold London. Welcome to you, Ricardo. So I got up this morning. I got up a bit late, and I was having a little bit of a panic when I got up. I charged my phone overnight next to the bed, went to turn it on, battery was empty. I said some rude words, very quietly, of course, so I didn't wake up Elaine. Came out here, plugged it into, I thought maybe it's the cable. By the time I'd had my shower, seen absolutely nothing. So I know I've got my bulb syringe, which I use water in, so I didn't use that. I've got another bulb type syringe, which has never had water in, so I used that to try into the hole where the lightning plug goes. Fortunately, that seems to have fixed it, so we've now got our overhead camera working again, but slight little panic there for Gary this morning. Today's drink is in the Mandalorian cup, and it's my normal peppermint tea. So let's head on over to the overhead camera. There's me talking about it. Let's head on over there. So here we've got the here, London coming out there. Here we got it. So here we've got the overhead camera. I thought I'd show you this. I'm not sure if I've shown this before. It was a dirt cheap, I think it was about $2 from a hardware store. It's a little spirit level, and I use this on top of my overhead camera. So I'm not sure. No, you can't see it at all. I put it on the top of it, and I use it to get my camera level. One of the really cheap things, but really been useful. So the pens I've been using for this week, I'm going to turn it slightly on the side. Just makes it a little bit easier for me to write. So the first one from Pilot, this is the one I've used all week for my responses to my comments. This is the Pilot Custom 823. Oh, sorry about that. You got a good look there of me wiping my nose. It's brilliant. I love this. It's such a nice pen to use. It looks nice. It writes beautifully. Vacuum filling pen. So we've got here a Pilot Custom 823. It's broad and it's 14 karat gold. Price wise, 560 Aussie dollars roughly. The ink by Diamine, and it's 3 Kings. Gorgeous pen, gorgeous ink, real nice shading come through from this ink. Bit difficult to see it here on this Midori notepad. The paper's got like a cream texture to it, so this pale brown ink doesn't show up as well, but it's very, very nice. Really like it. The next pen, I've already cleaned this out. This was a Jinhao 80, and I've swapped the nib. This is back now with a Jinhao 80 nib, and this one's cartridge filler. Very reminiscent of the Lamy 2000, isn't it? So that's been cleaned out. I've had a good couple of weeks for cleaning out pens. I've cleaned out 23 pens over the last 2 weeks, which is really good because I was getting to the stage where I was running out of places to put them in my pen cases. So the next pen, I'll be able to write with this one. Asvine P20. Piston filler. Teeny tiny little ink window there. It's still nice. I love the colour of this. It's called Galaxy. It's very nice. It's a shame that these don't line up. That's the only thing, because that would have been nice. Medium nib. Very nice. I know it's the Leonardo Memento Zero line. That's the type of shape it's in. So we got here an Asvine P20 with a medium nib. So it's a steel nib. Price wise, we're looking about 44 Aussie dollars. I didn't tell you how much that the Jinhao 80 is about $7. The ink by Diamine, and it's Ruby Blues. Very nice. I keep looking to make sure. I keep trying to listen to myself, make sure you can still hear me after last week's issue with the microphone. So that's the Asvine P20. Up next, we're going to Taiwan. This is the Laban 325 in Cambridge Brown. Beautiful colour in here. Sometimes I do wish there was this pattern following through onto the cap, but then I think if it was, it would look too busy. But yeah, really nice. Cartridge converter. There we go, there's a converter. I'm hoping there's enough ink for me to write with. If not, it'll be a bit of a quick one, won't it? So let's try this. Oh, yeah, Laban. No, I don't think there is. I've just pushed the filling mechanism all the way down. Let's see if that helps. No, that hasn't pushed any more ink. So this one is another one going into the clean out pot. There we are, the Laban 325. Next up from TWSBI, this is the Diamond 580. So again, staying in Taiwan for this one. Agitating it because we've got let me just check, I do have it written on here, a shimmer ink in here. That Laban 325, again, I forgot to mention it, that was 216 Aussie dollars. The ink in there was Diamine Brandy Snap. So yeah, back to this TWSBI. I love this. I've got to be honest, the 580 is one of my favourite TWSBI pens. I love the demonstrator nature. I love the faceting here we've got on the body. It's a lovely size. Yeah, maybe the section could do with being a little bit wider, but that's just me being extremely picky. So we've got here a TWSBI. I'm just checking to make sure I'm still in camera. Diamond 580. 580 with a broad nib, again steel nibbed. Price for this is 95 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine, and it's tinsel. Quite a nice colour. It's got this gorgeous red, and then not sure if any will come out. It's got quite a nice, like, pinkish shimmer to it. I quite like it. I'm not a pink person, but yeah, quite enjoying that. So that's a TWSBI Diamond 580. Up next, We're going to Italy, so a European pen. This is the Leonardo Memento Zero. No, the Leonardo Memento Magico. I keep on wanting to call it Memento Zero Magico for some reason. Piston filler. Here we've got a very nice sizable ink window. Really nice to see that. Very nice in the hand. Leonardo pens really fit well. I really enjoy them all. So we've got here a Leonardo. We've also got a shimmer ink in here. Oh no, it's a chameleon, sorry. Leonardo. I'm just going to look. The Magico. Broad nibbed. And the price for this, we're going to take a bit of a jump in price. 272 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine. And it's Bucks Fizz. And every time I write this, every time I say it, I get some songs popping into my head. Showing my age there a bit. Pop groups from I think they were the 80s. So we've got another nice chameleon. So we've got an orange base and then, hard to see it, but there's a nice like orangey yellow chameleon to it. Very enjoyable. So that's a Leonardo. Going back to Japan, here we've got another Pilot pen. This is the Pilot Custom Heritage 92. Just checking, yeah, there is a bit of ink in here, but again, I think this one's going out for clean after today's video. It's the whole point of this month, though. It's used me up, isn't it? Piston filler. So one of the downsides with this, that's the piston filler where it finishes. So you lose nearly 2/3 of the body to the filling mechanism. So that's a bit of an annoyance. I mean, I can understand why. It still doesn't help though, does it? So that gives you roughly that much for ink. So it's not a lot of ink capacity. Very nice pen though. Again, could do with being a little bit on the wider side. This was my first gold nibbed pen. I do find that when I try to use it posted, which I tend to have to do most of the time, it does feel a bit back heavy, but I can possibly get away with it unposted. I just find it more comfortable posted, which sounds a bit weird because normally I don't like to post pens. So this is a Pilot Custom Heritage 92. Massive name, isn't it? With a medium 14k nib. Price wise, looking about 290 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine. And it's Apple Teeny. Gorgeous green ink. Nice shading coming from this. Really enjoying this ink in this pen. I normally use a different green in here from Van Diemen's called Apple Island Green. But I think until this Apple Teeny has run out, this might be the only ink I use in this pen. I'm really enjoying the combo. So that's the Pilot Custom Heritage 92. That's gone into the clean out pot. And the final pen, back to China. This is a Jinhao X159. It's a very dark blue, looks nearly black when I look at it through my camera preview, but it's a dark blue. And then we've got that cartridge converter in there. Looks like a slightly different style converter to normal for a Jinhao. And we've got that big number 8 size nib. Beautiful. I love writing with this nib. Nice fit in the hand as well. So we've got here a Jinhao X159. And it's a fine nib. Price for this is a whopping 12 Aussie dollars. The ink by Diamine. And it's Early Dusk. I always want to call this Early Dawn. I don't know why. But I'm reading my notes. My notes say Early Dusk. Beautiful pale blue ink. Nice colouring. It's an unusual shade of blue. So they're the pens that I've been using this week. Going to head them back over to the camera. 1 second. Okay, so how are we doing with the comments? Let me just go back and refresh them again. Just have to wake up the keyboard so I can press enter. And we'll go back now Just try and find where I was. Here we go. So, Ricardo, we had good morning, everyone from cold London. David, yeah, we'll never know everything, and it's pointless even really trying to go into it to discuss it. What's happened has happened. Hopefully, we'll see him back, though. As I say, I'd love to see him, as his own channel. That'd be really interesting. Marcy Me, I'm south of Fort Worth. Marcy Me, gorgeous pen. I've got it in the smoke colour broad nib. I'm assuming that's talking about the Pilot Custom 823. David, wow, I went to Arlington Heights and TCU. Grew up in Southwest FW, and I've completely lost now. Blonde Scales 1, I've got family in the Dallas area. And we got a smiley face there. Marcy Me, yeah, very familiar with both campuses. My intermediate school colours, I'm a teacher, are purple and gold as well. Awesome. David, Drew really was an asset to Goulet. I wonder how much business Goulet lost after Drew left the way he did. That's hard to say. I'm enjoying, they're back doing the videos, so I'm enjoying them. Seem to be very much the same format, apart from like the weekly, what I'm calling was a podcast, because that's how I used to listen to it. So that's now, what is it? That's just Brian answering questions. David, Marcy Me aren't everyone's. Marcy Me, gorgeous as fine. So that aren't everyone's. I'm guessing that's to do with the colours of, I'm assuming, sports kit. Blonde Scales 1. I don't have much interest in watching their videos now. Yeah, they're not. The banter's not there. I mean, their information is still not bad, but it doesn't have that same banter to it. To David, to Marcy Me, I teach in. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Pflugerville, is it? Chances are I've just really mangled it. David, me either. Andreas, I agree. I tried, but they lacked something now. Yeah, I mean, the new lady they've got, Janelle, is it? Something like that. She's all right. I said the information's there, but it's not the entertainment value. But on the other hand, things change. They have to move forward. David, the new Asvine and the Mont Blanc 146 are pretty comparable in a lot of ways. I was kind of surprised. Inquiring Minds did a video on it. Is that the V200 from memory? I think Asvine, they must be related to one of the other companies, because they seem to be doing, a lot of, I'm going to call them inspired by, not copies, but inspired by pens. David, they lack humour and character, absolutely. Blonde Scales 1, Drew had so much personality. David, yes, he does. He'll land on his feet wherever he decides to go. Marie, what colour is the Magico pen? So this is called Miele, Miele, which that's in the Italian. So the English translation, I believe, is honey. Very nice. Got this beautiful cracked ice finish to it. Really pretty. I've had it a few years, so I don't know if they still do that one. Marcy Me, small world, did you attend the Dallas pen show? Ricardo, is anyone planning to get the new classic sport piston pen? I'm not. I personally think it's a bit overpriced. I like the idea of what they've done, but because it's the metal version, which increases the price anyway, and obviously they need to recoup their investment in doing all that, the retooling and everything for the piston mechanism. I can understand the pricing, but for me, it's just a bit on the pricey side. But saying that, I only have the plastic sports, and I'm quite happy with them. So, so I'm not really sure how well you can take that. David, David G, TW Tourist. Hello from Texas. A bit late, but I just saw this. Welcome to you, David. Marcy Me. I called early dusk, early dark during the swatching video. Yeah, I don't know what it is. On my swatch card, I do have early dawn put on there. So, yeah, I just don't know what it is. Andreas, that early dusk ink is gorgeous. It is. It's an unusual shade of blue. I'm not overly into the normal, what I would call schoolboy blues. Like you'd used to get from the big ballpoints. I just find that very blah. Then it's just me, but that because there's a bit of shading in there. It's an unusual-ish colour. I quite enjoy that. David, yes, I did. Got 2 Mont Blancs there, one from Kurt Spear, and had a lot of fun. The Austin Pen Club did pens for kids, and it was great. Excellent show all round. That's a brilliant idea, isn't it? Try and get kids into fountain pens. Tom, Tomasi Me, another teacher, retired teacher here. Surprising, isn't it, how many teachers are using fountain pens nowadays? I said the only reason, I've said it a number of times in the past, how I got into fountain pens originally was when I was in school, and the teacher, it was actually a history teacher, and he insisted that we write using fountain pens. Which was, at the time you were, why we want to use all these old-fashioned things. But, as time went on, you get to really appreciate it. Marie, I actually enjoy Goulet videos, with or without Drew. I've learnt a lot about how to care for my pens there. Yeah, I said the information is still there. It's just not to me, it was the banter, I think. Alia Rose, hi. Blonde Scales 1, hi. Welcome to you. David, Garry, you pronounced that word perfectly. Thank you. I'm not going to attempt it again. Ricardo, oh, awesome. Garry, I'm talking about the plastic version. That will be £55. I didn't realise there was a plastic version. I may look at that one. Again, as I say, I'll have to look at the pricing. But, yeah, I've got nothing against it. I'll definitely take a look at that. David, thank you. Alia Rose, will it come in colours? Marcy Me to Tom, thank you for your service. This is my 28th year. Wow, 28 years teaching kids. I could never do that. Ricardo, only black at the moment. Let me just refresh the comments. See if there's any more. Chris, I'm late for a very important date. Welcome to you, Chris. I'm not sure, Chris. I'm just going to very slight tangent. I'm not sure if you're on the Fountain Pen Australia Discord channel, but they were talking about handmade notepads earlier this week, and it's the first time I've actually commented. I normally just lurk, but I commented on it, and I was telling about that pad that you sent me and how nice it was. So I say, not sure if you're on it or not. If you're not, let me know, and I can send you the details of how to join it. So Fountain Pen Australia, if you're in Australia, it's obviously a Discord chat for fountain pen users in Australia. Andreas, welcome to Chris. Welcome to you. And then down again. Right, that's the end of the comments. I'm going to switch over to the iPad. So you're going to get to see loads of, no, not the screen, the iPad, Garry, because we know the screen's playing up. So you'll get to see me navigating through things a bit, unless I might switch backwards and forwards. I've ordered a pen this week. I ordered this the other day. I saw Fountain Pen Therapy reviewing this on whatever day it was, Wednesday, I want to say. And then when I was looking, I thought, yeah, let's get this. Can I go to a bigger view? Obviously not. So what I've done is I've ordered this. This is a Trammell T630. Quite a nice pen. Or certainly seem to be. It's unusual in the patterning. I'll know better when it arrives. It's a number 6 nib, I believe. And I've ordered it in the medium nib. So hopefully that should arrive. Well, they're saying by the 29th of November. When it arrives, I'll mostly show it quickly on the stream before I do my first impressions. So that's that. Let me switch back to the camera for 2 seconds. So I'm only doing this because just in case something comes up which is not what I would like to share publicly. It could be like the name of a document for something I'm working on. Yeah, there's definitely stuff there on this one. So going back to the screen, I'm going to be making some changes to my publishing schedule. So what I've got here, you're getting a bit of a view into how Garry thinks. I start on paper, but once I've sort of got my ideas formulated and out, I then go into a document. Normally I use Apple Notes, but because I wanted to use a table, Apple Notes tables aren't very good. So this is using Pages, which is Apple's version of Microsoft Word. So what I've got in the first column, he says, can I get the mouse down here? Yeah. This first column, these are the current times and dates when I've got things scheduled for. In the new column, these are where I'm doing changes. So my Friday video, which goes out 6:30 a.m. my time on a Friday or Thursday evening over in the US, that's going to be staying the same, unchanged. And members get access to that on Wednesday mornings. My live, which we're doing now, Sundays 8:30 a.m. or Saturday p.m. in the States, that's staying the same. Where we're going to change things, the video that used to go out at 2 p.m. Sunday my time, which was early hours of the morning in the US, I'm now moving, so it will go out at 6:30 a.m. on a Monday my time, which is Sunday evening in the US. And that means members, they'll get access to that on a Saturday morning. Again, Saturday morning my time. The Tuesday video, which used to go out at 6:30 a.m. on the Tuesday or Monday evening, I don't want 2 videos going out one day after the other. So that now moves to the Wednesday at 6:30 a.m. So that's been moved out by a day. So that's Tuesday evening in the States. So members will get access to that on a Monday morning. My daily shorts, so they're going to stay the same, 5:30 a.m. Every day. The Ask Me Anything, that's a members only one. So this column here is members only. That's going to go out, I'm saying the first Saturday of each month-ish, just depending what's happening. I may need to change things around. My members only Zoom call, I'm looking at that being the 3rd Saturday of the month-ish. Again, this is my time, as in Australian Western Standard Time. And then my inked pen, this is again a members only one. It's about a 3-minute video. Essentially, it's the intro video you see, but it's the full version of it. That will also stay the same, going out on a Saturday morning my time. In December, I'm going to be having my Inky countdown videos. So they're going to go out at 8:30 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time. So that's essentially the same time that this live starts. So on a Sunday, you'll be getting the live and this video going out at the same time. I might think about that, but I don't want to change the times if I can avoid it. And then down here at the bottom, this is just summarising it as a week view. So Mondays, on my times, you can see we'll get the video going out and the members for Wednesday. So I'm going to have videos essentially Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And then Sunday will be the live. I'm hoping that will give us a little bit more of I'm going to say control. But, so like Sundays, you were getting live and a video, and it was going out so much later. So, I just thought it was getting not so much confusing, but thought, yeah, let's keep that simple. So that's that. I'm going to switch back to the camera again while I just change over. And so I'm now going into Keynote, which is where I do my presentation. This is the Apple equivalent of whatever it's called. Is it PowerPoint? So last week's video, On Sunday, we had Fountain Pen Tournament Semi-Final 1. I haven't announced the winner, have I? The winning pen for that, he says, now having to quickly, oops, you're getting a view of my home screen there. Let me get into numbers. I don't know, all these different things that I'm using. I'll have to try and simplify this. There must be a way I can do that. Maybe I might copy everything into a PDF for the future. So, yep, it has updated. So, semi-final 1 was the Hondian 1841, the Mahjong P136, and the Hondian N7. One of the things I noticed, this was the lowest number of votes of anything that we've done in this little tournament, which was quite interesting. And the winning pen is the Mahjong P136. So let me just copy that and move over here. So that's going into the final as the first pen to the final. Semi-final 2, which is going out now tomorrow morning. Platinum Preppy, Kaweco Sport, and Pilot Metropolitan. They're the 3 pens going into that. So again, let me swap on over. Tuesday, I had my Fountain Pen focus on my Pens by KC Mokuzai. That's going to be going forward. This is the start of a little bit of a series. So we had the first one. I think we'll have the next one next week. So what I've been doing is doing a Fountain Pen focus on all my Australian pens. This runs all the way to January. Then it was scheduled. I've actually recorded it. So there's going to be a little bit of a date issue, only tiny. It was scheduled for the 26th of January, which is Australia Day. Now with the 27th, which is a public holiday for Australia Day. So I don't need to hopefully re-record. And in there, I'll be doing a very quick look over all of them and picking my preference from them all. And then Friday, we had the November ink comparison, which was Diamine Festive Joy and Diamine Violet. 2 really nice purple inks. So with the new dates, tomorrow, semi-final number 2, I've already mentioned. The pens. Wednesday, another 5 pens from my collection. This time, I've tried to go for black pens. Don't worry, it's not black inks. There's coloured inks in them. That was an interesting one. And then Friday, what I'm doing is I'm taking a look, a little bit of a showdown between the TWSBI VAC 700R, the Diamond 580, and the Eco. They are the only TWSBI pens I've got at the moment. So I thought, let's do that. I do enjoy all 3 of them. And thought it's an interesting one as well. Book of the week. So in Warheart by Terry Goodkind. So apparently this is the last of the Sword of Truth series. Not sure if it's the last of Richard and Kaelin, but certainly the last of the Sword of Truth. Very nice book, very enjoyable. Lots of twists and turns in it. I'm actually 78% of the way through, because I'm reading it on my Kobo and it tells me how much. So that should, I think I might finish it tomorrow. It could be Tuesday. Once I've done that, I'm back to Terry Pratchett, and I think it's The Amazing Maurice and His Marvellous Rodents or something like that. It's more of a kid's book that he did, but I'm reading them through in order, so that's the next one up. Let's go back to the camera. And we'll head on back to the comments. Chris, I'm not on the list. Right, I'll email you. I'll email the details to you. Let me make a note. Discord to Chris. Chris, though I've had Discord for a few things, it's never stuck. I've got to be honest, I'm very similar. I only go in a couple of times a day now. I say, I'm sitting back too far. I'll do more lurking, but I'm trying to contribute a bit more now. Alia Rose, as long as it's not your taxes folder, we're good. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff on there, so that's the reason why, it just saves any embarrassment. David, what about the monthly Zoom? So, yeah, that's covered in that little document. Chris, hit the thumbs up, everyone. Yep, please hit that thumbs up button every time you like, every time you comment. Just helps with the YouTube algorithm. And Blonde Scales 1, the monthly Zoom is a members perk. Yeah, so it's a members only thing. It lasts half an hour. Right, any other comments? Not by the look of it. Gosh, we're going to be short really quick today. That'll surprise the wife. She'll be thinking there's something going on if I go and finish that early. No more comments. So what else can I talk about? Nothing much, really. We'll wrap it up. What, 45 minutes? Wow, I think that must be a record. Thank you all for your time. As you know, I love doing these. Please drop comments in. We can all have, maybe extend this hopefully by getting some more comments. Please hit the thumbs up button. As I've said, every time you like, every time you comment, helps with the YouTube algorithm. I've thought of something else I can talk about, don't worry. Membership's available. If you're able to help support the channel, that's very much appreciated. Everything that comes through membership goes towards purchasing stuff for the channel. So as I've already showed you, I've ordered that Trammel this week. That comes out of the funds for the channel. And hopefully we'll get some more later in the week. I've got some ideas for some pens I want to get, but with it being on the run up to Inkvent, I know my wife's got me some pens, so I have to be very careful. So yeah, if you're able to support with membership, I say we do membership perks. They get the videos early. Why the hell has an advert just popped up? Sorry, I've got my things here. So I've got OBS Studio running here. I've got YouTube Studio running here, and then on here, I'm not sure if you can see it, I have the actual live stream running as well. Let me get that off there. So hopefully that's a bit better. So I've got the live stream there. And for some reason, ads just popped up. Not sure why. Not very good. Yeah, and it looks like you might have... I don't know, I'll have to look into that. Bloody ads. Why ads? Anyway, where was I? Oh, we were talking about membership. Yeah, so they get their videos early. They get, I say we do that monthly Zoom call, a monthly Ask Me Anything call, the weekly pens that I've got and been using that week call. So they're the current member perks, and I'm constantly thinking about that. Heading back to the comments, I know I'm biased as a collector, but what do you think of the new Harry Potter themed AL Stars? I've looked at them. Pole Prediction have actually sold out. I'm not planning on getting them, but I think it's worth trying. I think it's good that they're expanding a bit. I wonder if this is down to, was it Lamy that were taken over by another company not long ago? Or was that, I don't know, I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I can certainly see that. I say, for me, I don't mind Harry Potter. I've read all the books, I've watched all the movies. Well, I haven't watched any of them. Is it Magical Beast? Not watched any of those yet. So, not something that really calls out to me. But I did notice that I think it was Pole Prediction have already sold out. Marcy Me, thank you, Gary. Thank you to you. Wayward Satellite, did you get the Diamond Inkvent calendar? And if so, what do you think about it? The tale carries on. My Diamond Inkvent calendar is nearly here. It's in Perth. I'm tracking it every day. Keeping an eye on it. It's hit Perth yesterday. So hopefully it should be with me on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm still waiting for the colour vent calendar to be dispatched, which I hope is soon, because my original plan was I was going to be starting recording on Monday. That's just gone, on the 4th of November. That didn't happen, so I bumped it to start on Wednesday of next week. And at the moment, I may have to try and move it out a bit more. I like to record my Inca countdowns a bit early, so that obviously I've got time to get them all recorded, edited, and then ready to go. Members will not be getting those ones early. They'll all be going out at the same time on the same day. I say 8:30 in the morning, Western Australian time. So as soon as they arrive, I'm going to be going and recording, and hopefully get caught up to my schedule. What I've done to try and keep on schedule is I've pulled a number of videos that I had planned to record during late November and early December. I've moved them back now, so that I'm actually recording them now. So I think the other day I recorded a video that will be going out in February. Just to make sure I'm trying to keep hopefully a little bit on track. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Blonde Scales 1, I'm considering a couple of those. Alia Rose, well, I had an AliExpress order show up before an Atlas one even shipped. I was shocked. Yeah, that can happen. I've not bought anything from Atlas, but I've noticed that, with stuff I order from the UK, from Cult Pens, that always arrives before stuff that I order from Pulp Addiction over east in Australia. David, $57.50 in the US. I believe it's overpriced for an All-Star. Yeah, that does seem a bit pricey. So that'd be. Got to go onto the iPad. I nearly forgot there. It was Pulp Addiction. I'm sure that they sent an email saying they were out. Pulp Addiction. Here we go. iPad screen. So this is Pulp Addiction over here in Australia. Or maybe they're not sold out. Here it is. It's a set with them all, which was sold out. $85 here. That's actually not too bad. How much is a normal AL Star? So $85 for the Harry Potter ones. Army AL Star. So normal ones, normal price 65 on offer for 55. And there's a Harry Potter one. So yeah, you're talking what, $30? Not sure if it's worth it, an extra for $30. I'd have to really think about that. And it's not as if, yes, it's the colours, but that's about all that's different. Blonde Scales 1, my inventory is getting tucked away. Yeah, sometimes it's good to hide the stuff. David, any free memberships this week? No, not this week, it'll be next. So YouTube give me 10 to give away each month. So what I'm doing is the 1st and the 3rd of each month. That's when I'm going to do 5 each time. So next week we'll be doing free memberships. Chris, YouTube is getting really bad at pushing ads lately. They are, and we don't see anything from it. We do, but next to nothing. YouTube is really greedy. They take about 40% of the ad revenue. People whinge about Apple taking 15 and sometimes 30, but YouTube take 40. And nobody complains about that, which is a shame. I did a survey for YouTube, and they were asking about that, and I was being quite critical of it. But yeah, I've noticed that, and I normally watch YouTube on my TV, and I had one video. I got a minute of ads. The video then started. 10 seconds into the video, I got another minute of ads. Really annoying. If I wanted that. And yes, I know I can pay to get the YouTube Premium, but I don't know. I might actually do that sometime. Wayward Satellite, I agree. I think Harry Potter themed AL Stars are overpriced. Blonde Scales 1, ink vent, not inventory. Yeah, I'll say I'm waiting desperately for mine, and I will be starting soon. I won't be talking about them until they're released, because I don't want to give spoilers. As I mentioned earlier, if you are interested in them, head on over to Marcy Me. She's doing a daily video with both of them, do an unboxing and a swatching. Blonde Scales 1. Oh, good. I'm not the only one thinking that the ads are getting out of control. Absolutely. David, the ads are getting ridiculous. Chris, Poor Prediction only sent the email out about AL Stars yesterday. Yeah, that's why when I saw it this morning, that's what you get for only quickly looking at things, isn't it? It was just the box set, not the individual ones. Ricardo, my Inkvent arrived this week, as well as a used Platinum 3776 Chartreuse Blue. I know it's French, in rhodium trim. I've only got my 3776 is in the Burgoyne red. Absolutely love it, but don't often use it because the nib is just too fine for me. But I actually love the pen. The Blonde Scales 1, the price, it's why it's under consideration. Alia Rose, anything that fills J.K. Rowling's coffers is a hard pass for me. Yeah, they shouldn't have been getting into stuff like that. I think, she should stick with writing books. I've enjoyed it. The books I actually enjoy as well. She doesn't write under her own name. She writes some detective books. Oh, what's her name that she writes under? I can't remember anyway. It's a man's name that she writes them under. Chris, I've got some Gin House Sharks on the way from AliExpress. Easy $1 Christmas presents. Yeah, they sound... I keep looking at them. My wife keeps telling me, don't buy any of them, Garry. Well, she doesn't use Garry. She uses a different word. So I'm guessing there might be one in my Inkvent stuff. But that's the problem now, waiting to see. David, I heard that. Different David. I got mine in blue for 21 US. That's not bad. David E. Persons, thank you. Joined as a supporter, as a new member. Thank you for that. Very, very much appreciate it. Let me do a refresh. D-Town, I love J.K. Rowling. Absolutely. I like the books, and I don't mind buying her books, but I say authors should keep out of politics. Especially an English author getting stuck into US politics. I think that's... Oh, not English, Scottish is she? I don't know. British, let's say. She doesn't even live there. Don't get involved. D-Town, she can have my money. The character that she writes the character she writes, the detective ones, is Cormorant Strike. I'm going to have to look it up. It's going to niggle me now. I know there's a TV series based on it now as well. I've not seen it. Books. See if I can see it. Robert Galbraith is the name she writes under for these detective books. Quite good. She also wrote, a few years ago, a book which was... my preview iPad's gone. No battery. Having a thing with batteries today, aren't I? It's just rebooting. All right, well, we'll have to go back to the old-fashioned way of doing things until this reboots. Let me see if I can find it. Robert Jordan, no. I saw her name up here, J.K. Rowling. Oh, I can't. Anyway, A Casual Vacancy. That was quite an interesting one. Back to the comments. Alia Rose, feel free, friend. I hate technology. Come on. I just want to get my control center up more than anything else. Let me refresh the comments. No, it's rebooting again. Okay, so that's the end of the comments. So we'll stretch that a bit more. We're nearly at an hour. Alia Rose, $2. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated for the pen fund. I said we've got that Trammel come in. I've got my eye on the J10, which I believe is a titanium pen with a Jinao nib. Might wait another month before I order that. But yeah, got my eyes on that as well. So thank you very much. Everything helps. I'm also saving up a little bit. I didn't get anything in Fountain Pen Day sales. It wasn't very exciting. So I want to save up to hopefully the January sales. Last year in the January sales, I got my Homo sapiens for a really good price. I'm hoping that this year in the January sales, I'm hoping for a Pelican M1000 to be a decent price somewhere. And I may invest in one of those because I quite like the look of them. So yeah, everything helps. Thank you so much. And I think as much as I like my Chinese pens, I say I enjoy, and I'm trying to like have some different price ranges now with the videos I do. Blonde Scales 1, lol, yeah. Let's go. All right, that's the end of the comments. So thank you, everyone. Remember, I've already said it, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget, join as a member if you can. Very much appreciate it to everybody who joins, our super chats or super stickers. Very much appreciate them. The iPad's rebooted again. Andreas, about to storm here, so I'm off to batten everything down. Thanks for the great live, Gary and team. Thank you to you, Andreas. Hopefully it's not too bad over there with the storm. Hopefully we will not get one here for a while. I'm enjoying that sunshine. So thank you, everybody. I'll leave the chat open whilst the outro plays. I'll play the outro if I can actually get the mouse. There we go. So thank you all for your time. I love doing these, and I'll talk to you again soon.